Tim Lambesis, which is a horribly stupid name in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. He's the lead singer, he's the Christian lead singer of the Christian metalcore band As I Lay Dying. And apparently, he is in custody right now for allegedly hiring a hitman to kill his ex-wife. I guess he asked himself, what would Jesus do? And Jesus said, I'd kill my fucking ex-wife. And Tim Lambesis is like, yeah. I guess he should have named his band As My Bitch Wife Lay Dying. And their first album could be called I Ain't Paying No Fucking Alimony. In light of the fact that he tried to kill his wife, I'd like to read a quote from him in a snarky and kind of condescending voice to mock his stupidity and hypocrisy. All 5 of us are Christians. I believe that change should start with me first, and as a result, our lyrics do not come across very preachy. Many of our songs are about life, struggles, mistakes, relationships, and other issues that don't fit entirely in the spiritual category. However, all of these topics are written about through my perspective as a Christian. And then he tried to fucking hire a hitman to kill his wife. You know, as a YouTuber, as a YouTube personality, as a YouTube vlogger, I get excited when I read bizarre shit in the news. Like if I read a story that said, like, you know, a box full of kittens was crushed as a fucking runaway truck was piloted by an octopus down the street and it fucking was crushed and the kittens were all dead. Most people would be like, it's ghastly, but I'm like, woohoo! YouTube views gold! You know, so when I read that this, you know, there's a, how do I even start? There's a company called Zombie Industries, and what they do is they create mannequins of zombies that bleed when you shoot them, you know, because it's like for these motherfuckers in the NRA and shit, who the only way they can get an erection is by killing another human being, and this is the closest they can get, other than just sitting there at their house at night waiting for a fucking burglar to show up so they can fucking have an excuse to finally kill someone, and then they can get their fucking dick up so they can finally fuck their wife and produce some kind of fucking water-headed offspring. Anyway, this fucking company makes that shit, and the Young Turks fucking were like whining like fucking liberal pussies about the one that kind of looked like Obama. Like, it's the fucking thing that kind of...
And look, it's one thing that they're shooting the president and they're ecstatic that he's bleeding and it's obvious that they meant it for it to be the president. It's another thing that they've got a kid in the video. Like, hey, look at this! I'm teaching the kid how to assassinate the president! Isn't that great? And these guys are such nut jobs, even the NRA said, hey, cool it, man.
And the feminists, not to be outdone by the Young Turks, found and took issue with this one. It's called The X, and basically you're supposed to pretend it's like your ex-wife as you shoot it. Maybe that would have helped the front man for As I Lay Dying. He could have taken out his aggression that way rather than trying to hire a hitman. Yeah, and the feminists don't like this mannequin for probably obvious reasons, but their argument is that in a world where there is real life violence against women, they will stop at nothing to stop violence against mannequin women. And that is the feminist... Wait, does that make sense to anybody? Okay. No, what they say is that it normalizes violence against women. Like, someone's gonna shoot the mannequin and they're gonna be like, hey, this is fun, now I'm gonna shoot a real person. Like, you know... if that happens, it's not because of the mannequin, it's because that person is already fucked up, and they're gonna get to that point no matter what. Okay? I mean, my basic contention on issues like this is that you can't censor behaviors or actions because of hypothetical repercussions. I mean, we can talk about how maybe this does affect people's psychology, but at the end of the day, no one really fucking knows. And it probably does different things to different people because different people think different fucking ways. So there, you know, what you're talking about is censoring ideas and actions and thoughts and behaviors just because you hypothesize that at some point in the future it might lead to this other behavior that we've already agreed should be condemned. But that just doesn't fucking jive. The fucking causal link is not there strong enough for anyone to be talking about censorship or actually changing our behaviors. If you're talking about a conversation, that's one thing. But too often when these PC fucking whiny people talk about having a conversation, what they really want to do is take control. And finally, I read a story about how Abercrombie, I hate fucking that name, Abercrombie. I always want to say Ambercrombie for some goddamn reason. And when I say Aber, it makes me feel like I'm congested. And I'm already actually congested, so it makes the congestion feel 50 times worse. But anyway, Abercrombie and fucking Fitch have decided that they've never sold fucking clothing to fat girls, and they still don't, and the only reason they offer XL and double XL sizes for men, apparently, is because they want to pander to, they want to get beefy football players. And it's because, they want a certain image, and I guess some people are getting upset about this. I'm not upset about it, and it's not because they're not even really like a clothing manufacturer. Like, if you're someone who's actually upset that Abercrombie and Fitch doesn't make fucking clothing in your size, guess what? They don't even make clothing. The clothing they sell is part of a fucking identity. And it's for fucking people who don't have any identity outside of just wearing that fucking bullshit. So they gotta spend $80 on a t-shirt because there's nothing special about them. They can't fucking stand out, so they figure they might as well fit in with fucking style. Why would you emulate those empty fucking vacuous pieces of shit? Why would you want to be like that? So, fuck that. Who cares? If you like this channel, check out my daily vlog at TJ Does Life. Check out my gaming channel, TJ Plays It All. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. Follow me around on the street. Throw bricks at my head. It doesn't matter, folks. I'm not a real person anyway.